Hey YouTube, GI Nerd Commander here with a review of Snake Eyes from Wave 2 Pursuit of Cobra with his incredibly cool tornado kick action. Went to Target today and all they had was about 10 of these and 10 of the Arctic Destro. Both figures I didn't want, but I bought them anyway because there's nothing else to get. Was going to get the mech suits, but I decided not to. Pass it for this time. Maybe we'll have to pick them up another time. Alright, well here we have Snake Eyes kicking down a cobra. Nobody beats G.I. Joe with a tornado kick to the face, yeah! Anyway, we'll get this guy out of the way, and we'll get right to this figure here. Snake Eyes has a really odd look to him in this one, and I've been really critical about them putting out any Snake Eyes and or Storm Shadow because nobody really needs any more Snake Eyes or Storm Shadow. But I picked this one up anyway for two reasons. One, I wanted to get something since I had to drive all the way there, and two, we'll get to it a little bit later, but the chest piece says removable. It doesn't look too bad. I might be able to do something else with it. So first let's get to some of the stuff he comes with. He comes with a Asian bagel cutter, nunchuck that has very little detail on it, and they could give Storm Shadow a real chain, but they couldn't give Snake Eyes a real chain. And this sai also with just a string, and Cabal swords from Mortal Kombat, which aren't even really swords. This doesn't even have a I don't want to say tip, but a blade to it, I should say. They're just kind of, I don't know, all of which came with very little detail, so that was pretty lame on Hasbro's part. Ooh, which brings me to another point of how Hasbro is already starting to fail on this line. Should I get into that now or wait? I'm gonna wait on and do something separately with that. Okay, so let's get right to this figure. Decent articulation, especially in the arms. Legs aren't quite as loose as most of the other ones I've already gotten, and he can do that, which is kind of ridiculous that they put this button right here, because it's hard to hit, and excuse me, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, somebody came up with the idea and said that kids will buy it because he can kick stuff. Okay, the body of Snake Eyes doesn't really look very Joe-ish. It looks a lot more like Cobra, especially down in the shield guard right here on his legs and arms. It looks a lot more like something that would be on a Cobra than a Joe. Okay, but this is actually one of the reasons why I did get it. I saw a review of somebody when they took this part off. This incredible, I really do not like this. The only good thing about it is this incredibly small little new Joe logo that's on it. You probably can't even see on my camera, which is pretty cool, good detail, blah blah, paint, whatever. Body itself really isn't that bad though. It would actually make for a pretty cool Cobra. I'm gonna stick this head back on here. This head I'm probably actually gonna put on my other City Strike Snake Eyes, just because that one has a little bit of a paint chip on it and this one does not. So here we have Snake Eyes in just his shirt. So I'm just gonna put a different head on there. Maybe I have one over here. I think I have the Zartan one. I'm gonna throw that one on real quick. Okay, it doesn't look the best, but I'm sure I'll find something that works a little bit better. All in all, the only reason I bought this figure was because I had to get something. Not not as disappointed with it as I thought I would be. It's really not that bad. I mean, especially for younger kids. They're gonna buy it and have him fight the bad guys and whatnot with this really cool tornado kick. But basically, I'm just gonna head swap it and either turn it into a Cobra or a undercover Joe. So there's not really a whole lot of really good things to say about this figure, in my opinion. It's just another Snake Eyes with a gimmick. Yeah, that's really about it. So, not a whole lot of really bad stuff to say, but not really anything good to say other than it's just another Snake Eyes. So, if you're like me, you'll probably pick this figure up eventually, just because there's nothing else for you to get. So, sorry if this review isn't more informative, but there's really not a whole lot you can really say about this guy. And with all that said, because I have nothing else to say, I will now end this review.